Thank you for inviting me to speak at your conference this year, a conference that is particularly timely given that this year we have seen firsthand how critical tactical pursuit drivers are in bringing down crime. In London, people have been terrorised by moped crime. There is no doubt that for many it had become the method of choice to steal and assault innocent members of the public. It was also turning increasingly nasty, with violent robberies reported across the capital. When I went out with Operation Venice last year, the Met's operation to tackle moped crime, I was impressed at their professionalism and determination to get to the bottom of the issue. And speaking with London Mayor Sadiq Khan and his team, I know they were determined to back police officers to get tough on this type of crime. Through tactical pursuit, DNA forensic tagging and the use of automatic tyre deflation, the Met have adopted a zero-tolerance approach and criminals have taken note. Moped crime has fallen by 50% and one of the biggest fears on the streets of London has been contained. This is a big success story for policing at a time when you are under more pressure than ever before. How often have you had to tell victims there is nothing you can do because you do not have the resources to investigate? Well, here we have our police using their wealth of training and with the backing of the public clamping down on serious crime. How many more success stories like this would there be if you had the resources you need to do your job? How many fewer victims would we have, be they of road traffic accidents or of the rising violent crime we are seeing on our streets in every community of our country? I know what it feels like to have to tell people you can't deliver them justice because you don't have the resources to do your job. Because I often have to do the same myself, when the current Tory government's policies won't allow it, when the systems won't allow it. I know what it feels like to lie awake at night with victims' faces floating in front of you, knowing that you've been prevented from serving them to the best of your ability. I know it in my current role as Shadow Police Minister, and I know it as a former Special Constable. And having walked for a brief period in your shoes, I hope you know I will always have your back. And I know many of you feel under threat for doing your job. You fear that you may end up in court for pursuing suspects and those posing a risk to the public. The police can never and should never be above the law, but I believe the law needs to be urgently clarified because at the moment it risks officers being criminalised for doing your duty, a duty that the public and that we as politicians ask you to do. With highly specialised training and often years of experience in tactical pursuit, we ask you to put yourself in dangerous situations because we want to see suspects caught. You shouldn't be criminalised for it. That's why I'm determined to see a change in the law. You shouldn't be compared to an ordinary member of the public with no specialist driving training or experience. The standard your driving should be held to in law is the standard your training has prepared you for, that of a competent police driver. So I've been supporting the Police Federation ever since I was appointed Shadow Police Minister in your campaign to amend the law and protect police drivers. And I will continue to work with you and the officers you represent to get that law changed as quickly as possible. We've pushed the government to conduct a consultation, but as they continue to kick the can down the road and use Brexit as an excuse, it's vital that we keep up the pressure together. For now, best of luck with the rest of your conference. I'm sorry I can't be with you. There's quite a bit going on in Parliament at the moment, but I look forward to working with you in the weeks and months ahead to secure you the resources you need to keep us safe and ensure that you have the protections you need to protect us. Thank you for the work you do day in, day out to do just that, and for speaking up on behalf of your members to make sure your voices are heard. And I will continue working hard in Parliament to make those voices heard and make sure government listens.